I'm Melody Smith with the Center for Educational Excellence, and I'm going to briefly walk you through getting started with Simple Syllabus. So, Simple Syllabus is a software that we're bringing in to help streamline your syllabus process, and it's already integrated with Canvas. But in your courses, you need to set it up by going to your Settings tab in your global navigation menu on the left side of your screen. Click on Settings. And then you're going to come over and click on Navigation in the top middle. From there, you're going to need to scroll all the way down to the bottom until you see Simple Syllabus. And you're going to enable it. So click this 3 dots here and click on Enable, or you can simply drag it up into the enabled section of your course. So I'm going to drag it up further. Then I'm going to scroll all the way back down and hit the Save button at the bottom left side of my screen. So then once I do that, it puts Simple Syllabus into that navigation menu on the left. So from here, we're simply going to click on Simple Syllabus. And from there, it's going to open up our template. Now you'll notice I'm using Dr. Leach's Research Design and Critical Analysis course with her permission to help demonstrate this. But you'll notice when you open up the template, you click on Simple Syllabus and it opens up. It has already pre-populated your course name, course number, section number, semester, credit hours, location, date, and time. So all that's pre-populated for you from Banner, as well as your instructor details. So it's going to pull the instructor of record over for you. With this section, if there's any changes to your course location or course time, it automatically updates for you. So you don't have to go back in after the fact and keep updating this thing. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you through the template and how you use it, and then we'll go from there. As you move down, you'll notice that some of the boxes or content boxes have this gold highlight around them. That simply means that it's a required field, and it will not let you move on until all of those are filled. The first one, we're just going to click. It says Add New Instructor, but this is really where you just enter in your office number, office location, your phone number. You enter in those things. You enter in your office hours, any additional information you want to. If you have a booking link or calendar link that you want to use, you could put that into this additional information box as well. Once you enter in all that information, you're going to click Save, and it will appear on your template. I also want to mention this section. So when you come down and hit Submit, when you finish filling out your syllabus, it automatically goes into our syllabus repository, which is the public-facing site. This information we have set as private, so only students in your course will see this information. The public will not see where your office is located or when you will be in there. Moving on down, this box is for additional meeting information. You'll notice you can just type anything in here. We do have rich text editors, so there's some formatting functions. You can change the text color, the background color if you want to highlight. You can increase and decrease the indent, use a bulleted list. You can have links, tables, videos, images, anything that you would have in Canvas pretty much. You can use in Simple Syllabus in the rich text editor. We have communication expectation, course description, and course prerequisite. These are pulled from course leads. Those are automatically pulled for you. Course requirement. This is an area where you would put like major assignment, things like that. The next is an optional field for experiential learning. If you have some experiential learning in your course, then if you'll enter that here, that helps us keep track. So that could be anything from like fieldwork, internships, practicum, research, volunteer work, anything like that. This little purple box is an internal component. This is just for your information. It won't show up on the syllabus, but it gives you some information on the section that's coming below. Below that is where you enter in your course material. So if you use open educational resources or affordable course materials, you can enter them here, or you can come down and enter in your required textbook and resource material. Simple Syllabus utilizes the Google book search, so you can type in the title here and it will pull it up for you. I'm just going to try to find a book so you can see. We'll say introduction, say that's your book. You'll notice it pulls in the thumbnail and the title, ISBN, author, publication, all that stuff. And then you would hit save, and that would save it for you. I'm going to cancel it because I don't want to put a book in for her. You have to enter something in the required textbook field because it had House Bill 1096 statement in it. So that is a required field. Other required materials is an optional field. So if you use like a workbook or something like that, you could put it in here. Also recommended materials. So there's another little box for more recommended materials. Your course learning outcome will pull from Coursely. Depending whatever's on what's entered in Coursely, that's what you're going to see here. For this particular course, it just says learning outcomes. That's all that's in Coursely. If you see something a little strange, then it might be worth a visit with Dr. Martinez to see if you can update those in Coursely. Instructor learning outcomes, these are additional outcomes that your specific instructor might have on top of those course learning outcomes that are in Coursely. And then you have your grading policy, that's a required field. You've got some optional fields for feedback, class participation. You've got an optional field for your attendance policy, late or makeup work policy. And then we come down to our AI statement. This is a required component of the syllabus. And we've given you some information to consider as you craft your AI statement. Again, this purple box does not show up on the syllabus. Then we come to the course schedule section. On the course schedule, there are two options. You can either create it yourself. In this first one, you can insert a table and then just put it in however you want, or you can have it sync with Canvas. And if you use this, it will pull in all the assignment, give you the assignment type, the number of points it's worth. I will caution you that if you see a highlighted box like this that doesn't have a due date, it won't let you submit your syllabus until you have a due date. So that's something you might also consider. You can always remove an assignment from there to get if you don't need it on it. But only one of those is required. Then you have another component. We tried to build in some additional components that you could just add things into if you didn't have a spot. So that's what these are. This is here. We have our learning management system, Canvas. This is just a generic information that is pre-populated for you. We're working with IT to get a more specific, more tailored section in here. This might change, but this is pre-populated for you, as well as the university date. These will be updated and changed each semester, and you won't have to worry about that. We have a section for technology support. This is things that are specifically for your course. If you use your publisher's information or their resources, then however students would need to contact their technical support, you could add in here. Additional learning resources that are beneficial for your course, whether it's linked in learning modules, the writing center, things like that, you could incorporate those here. And then we get down to university policies. These are all pre-populated. You don't have to worry about them. They will be updated each semester and won't hold you up on creating your syllabus. Then we have the option for college policies and statement, school policies, and departmental division policies. These are things that would be standard across all of those areas. And if you do have some specific language that goes on your all syllabi in the department, then you could reach out to us and we could get that added for you. Eventually, I think we'll have someone from each department that can have that success and do that for you. But for now, you can reach out to me or email syllabus@tarleton.edu and give us that information. We'll get it added for you. So that is pretty much the template. You do also have an option to add a new component. And if you do that, it is going to stay at the bottom. You don't have the option to rearrange the template. When you get finished, you can preview your syllabus and you can jump through the sections by using this little navigation, or you can just scroll through. When the student accesses for the first time, they are required to scroll all the way through it and then check an acknowledgement box that they have read it. So that is the syllabus template. One more thing I'd like to point out is that you can see right now the submit button is grayed out. That is because we still have required boxes that have not been filled in. Until all the required fields are completed, that submit button will stay gray. Once they're completed, then it will turn purple and you can click on it and submit your syllabus. Once you submit your syllabus, it will go to our public-facing syllabus repository, which looks something like this. And you can click on each college and then department and see the syllabus that are in that section. So that is a brief introduction to Simple Syllabus. If you have questions beyond this, please feel free to reach out to me at msmith1@tarleton.edu or syllabus@tarleton.edu, or my extension is 9301. Thank you.